Yo, what is up YouTube? And today we're going to be talking all about NicoNana in the Grim Pursuit. One of the biggest turning points in pretty much everyone's account because of the shells it can drop. If you guys don't know how shells work and why they're so good, make sure you guys check out my video on my channel talking about them. But basically, these give you a ton of stats, they give you a ton of passive abilities, and the abilities on the shells itself are super good from NicoNana. And if you're struggling to start farming, hell mode on like Doki Doki and also Teramaton, it's probably because of your shells lacking, so you can always build them up, and you're going to spend a lot of your time right now until like week 2 probably just farming shells, and that's because this just makes your characters so much stronger, right? So today we're going to talk about how you want to build your team comp for NicoNana and what the boss actually does, so it can be quick and painless to get to it for auto farming. So I think NicoNana is pretty simple, honestly. I honestly think like Whitney and Fabian are a lot more annoying to do, but NicoNana is actually like easier than them, in my opinion, if you know what you're doing. So basically what this boss does, it does a ton of damage, right? It has a very strong single target attack, also has a very strong AoE attack. But the biggest mechanic for him is his passive. He's going to get stronger and stronger as the battle goes on, so you kind of want to win very fast. And also he has this huge damage reduction. He has 90% damage reduction. This goes down by 1.5% for every 1 additional speed the attacker possesses compared to the unit. So your supports that are super fast will actually bring this down a lot. So that's why it's very important to actually have a team comp centered around being fast. So this is the team comp I recommend on your screen here. I guess the characters. For your team comp, you're going to want to have your main DPS. You want to have a speed manipulator, whether it be speed down or speed up. It's not required, and I'll talk about that when I get there. And also 1 or 2 supports and a flex unit, usually a defense breaking character if you don't have one already in like Kloss or in one of your supports. So basically, your DPS, there's a lot of good options here. You can go Dieting if you want an SR option. You can go Rosa if you have her, she's extremely powerful here. You can also go Messiah, he's very, very good here. Tiamat and Lian are a little bit worse than the 2 by a good margin, but they're still usable. I did clear mine first with Lian, but I highly recommend using either Dieting, Rosa, or Messiah, because they just do way more damage single target, right? So they're going to be the best choices. For your speed up and speed down, there's not a lot of good options. There's some SR options you can bring, but like I mentioned, it's a DPS race, and they don't really do much besides do the debuffs. While Kloss on the left here actually can also put a defense break, which is very good, and also push back their turn meter, which is also very good. So she has a lot more utility. And Lily, of course, is super OP. She boosts your team speed. She has crit damage for your DPS and can have them dual attack. So you can kind of see what I'm saying. These 2 are by far the best speed up or speed downs. If you don't have them, it is okay. If you see on the right here, Black Flag is a shell. This shell is actually going to be available from, if you actually look here, I think it's available starting from Fabian. So you should have a lot of these built up. You can just slap this onto your supports. It gives them a speed buff, and you'll be able to actually just get a speed buff for free just from your shell. That's why shells are so good, right? That's why you're farming. That's why we're farming these. But yeah, you can put this on any other support, or at least like 2 or 3 of them, probably all 3 honestly, if you're not having a speed up or speed down character that's dedicated, and they should be able to bring down that damage reduction. Now for your support, you have a lot of options here. Beyontin, the second one, is going to be actually the best pick if you're speed running, if you're looking for a more consistent, first time, auto farming thing, trying not to optimize, just trying to get the auto team done. Freya is very good. Val is very good as well. Linglo is pretty good. Tsukumo is pretty good as well. Wow, it's a mouthful. Heinrich is okay, and Doki Doki is also okay. Now for your flex slot, like I mentioned, you definitely want a defense breaker if you can. So Dinah is also a very good choice here. Marvel's not a defense breaker, but if you have like Kloss, he's also very good. And if you're looking for like immunity and like a little bit more sustain with some damage as well, you can go Hell Kid, which is what I personally run in mine for a specific reason, and that's mostly because of his immunity. So it's not listed on the boss skills here, but the ads that he spawns actually have a stun when they attack. It's very annoying. So you have to keep this in mind. You want to either have your characters fast enough to push back the enemy and get your turn off, or you're going to want to have some way of cleansing or way to dispel it, right? So yeah, let's just get into it. I'll show you what my team does. So if we go here, my team should be loaded up already. And it's pretty simple, right? As always, you can see team comps other people use if you want. I would stay away from the speed teams because they run, I'm pretty sure they 3-man it with like this team comp here and they just do it in like 10 seconds. You should probably do it the safe route like I'm going to show you. And we'll just auto it. So you have your speed manipulator go first, and then you want your supports to go right after, right? Whether it be with the shell, with speed, or whatever, because you want to start breaking the defense up he has. And then you see your main DPS can go after, and wow, he does pretty much half of his health. My Diting's not even that geared, so yours probably will do more damage if you focus all your gear onto it. And you can see, you know, we're just doing a ton of damage. Basically, by putting speed down, not only are we breaking his defense, right, we are also lapping him over and over, so his defense vulnerability thing will go down to 0 almost, right, because we're hitting him over and over constantly. And you can see, very simple team comp here. And that's his AoE damage. It does hit very hard, so you have to be careful. And I should win pretty soon. The only reason why it's taking a little longer is because my Kloss actually missed her defense break. So there is some RNG that you might encounter, especially if you're using Kloss, because she's green if you don't have like 150% effect accuracy. But this is an unclean run. You can see that it went pretty smoothly, right? Pretty safe. I'll show you another run just so you know it wasn't just like a lucky run here. Usually this team that I run is like 95% win rate, so I maybe drop one battle like every 2 cycles I do it. But for the most part, super safe, super consistent. You just want to make sure that, you know, you have your damage dealer be on your best damage gear. So this time around, I don't land that speed down, which is a bit of a problem, but should still be okay. You're going to see that it's not the end of the world, given that your units are decently fast. The only thing is I'm going to do less damage here, right? Yeah, a lot less damage. In this situation, it's still okay. I just have to wait until the next time my Diting's S3's up, and I should be able to do a ton of damage on that cycle, right? It's also why you want to bring supports. You want to make sure that, you know, you can always deal with problems like this if they arise, if you get unlucky, to make your runs way more consistent. I even missed my health kit attack down, which is crazy, and I missed my defense break again when my boss is 150%. And we push back again, and we hit again, and now I should be able to get my shield up. And the great thing about Beyonce is I do have her flower buffs, so I will revive if I end up getting unlucky with how the boss focuses. And there we go, boss is at like 15%. You can see even with like the worst RNG possible here, I'm still able to win. I guess I didn't win yet, so I should probably, you know, be careful. But it literally didn't land any of my debuffs. It just resisted me over and over. I've never actually seen that before. Finally they land, and you're gonna see that we do take it down. So you can just see, you know, even though shit hit the fan, and even though my characters aren't even the most geared, I literally just pulled Diting today or yesterday. You can see that, you know, this was able to be taken down pretty easily. So yeah, this is how you do NicoNana, guys. Pretty simple. If you guys have any questions about it, make sure you guys ask down below. Highly recommend farming it right before you get into hell farming for your thresholds for modules. It's like the biggest account boosting spike that you'll see in the mid game for sure. These are super broken, and they're really broken because not even just because they go like to level, you get like, what's it called? The ability from it, but because the rolls in this can go to red, and you can see that some of these are crazy. I think I have one that's like super random. Yeah, like you can see I have a 28% attack one on one of mine. This is on a support one, so I can't really even use it. But you know, it doesn't go nearly as high on the yellow one, so you want to make sure that you definitely get it. Yeah, so you get like 8% more stat here, which is crazy, and it's even more on the other ones. So definitely make sure you start farming NicoNana, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys